There's this interesting thing that keeps going on and on in our lives, and that's our story. We have so much to share, we have so much to speak about ourselves, our life, when we think back of what all we achieved, the kind of life, the kind of incidents that we went through, the kind of people we were exposed to, the kind of experiences we went through. All this, we at some point, we start taking pride in what happened to us and the way you responded to the situations, and with even thousands of incidents and conversations and meetings, encounters that we come across in our life, our minds are so beautifully equipped with their own technology that they have one, no, our mind has that one or the other story always ready, which fits the context and which fits your need to present and satisfy your sense of accomplishment or to satisfy your ego. But that desire within is like, you want to tell people, you want to tell the world that, see, this is my story and this is all that I've achieved in my life. Well, there is nothing innately wrong about it, because that's what makes our life interesting. But there is one perspective which, if we understood, which would give us that sense of freedom, in fact, to explore more and to add more to the story that you are living. And that is that as long, while you think that this is my story and my story exists because of what all I experienced and the way I responded to the situations, the kind of people I've met, the kind of incidents that I came across, and the kind of strategies I utilized or I employed, and what all I did in order to reach the place where I have reached. This is only half side of the coin. It's just one side of the coin. On the flip side, if you take a step back and reflect, you would never exist if there weren't a story. The question is, who are you without your story? Which means that you exist because the story exists. If there weren't a story, you wouldn't be there. Or probably you would be experiencing that oneness, which wouldn't need a story to manifest itself, which wouldn't need an incident to convince you of who you are truly. Think about it. Who am I? Ask yourself sometimes. Who am I if my story is undone? Who am I without what all happened to me? Who am I without all that I thought of doing or I did in the past? Who am I without anything that happened from outside? Take a few moments to reflect upon this, and probably you then will be connected to the real source, to your higher self, which is what is trying to project the story, or is the one actually which understands what your story is. And when the story comes to an end, that always remains intact. I'm sure you're understanding the depth of what I am sharing with you. Well, it doesn't mean that you don't weave a story around your life. It doesn't mean that you make your story boring. But it gives you the reins of your life and makes you the director of your story, and brings you back that fun of freedom, of enjoying the control of the story, and wouldn't worry if the story goes wrong, and would just enjoy being the writer of the story, the creator of the story, which is who you actually are. But somehow you got deluded into believing that you are a mere character. Of course you are, but a character which is deeply connected to the source. It's when you lose this connection that you fall into the trap of this illusion of the story that you created. Think about it and share your opinions in the comments below. Love you.